Not been loads out the centre.
You said hit it all over the face. Right, I'm going to hit
Right,
the centre now.
This one is going on. This one is, it's definitely not getting edited out, this one. Oh, he's taking it seriously now. Look at this. He's lining up and everything. Yeah. Oh, no.
Neck. That's a worse neck.
That's all right. I'm going to be true to my word, mate. That ain't getting edited out.
Oh.
So the G430 10K was easily one of the standout drivers of the year. Very stable across the face, like so good on miss hits, and actually very low spin for the head design. Today we're going to find out if the brand new Cobra Max-K, so their 10K driver, how good actually is that? Can it keep up with the Ping G430 10K? Out the middle, all over the face. Tom's looking at me like, I'm going to test that whole face.
There will definitely be a lot from all over the face. That's for sure.
We'll test the middle, we'll test across the face. It's going to be intriguing to see how good this Cobra Max-K is, because that 10K is phenomenal. So we're going to start off in the G430 10K. Specs-wise, we're not matching shafts today, purely because we want to give the Ping the best shot. They work. Pings work the best with their shafts, very counterbalanced, but we have matched the length, virtually the same weight, the same swing weight. So we've got a 430 10K Max, 10.5, just set at 10.5. The stock Alta CB55 stiff, playing 44.75, swing weight D2. So yeah, looking forward to having a bash with this, mate.
Yeah, I am. I'm looking forward to it. I've hit this driver, quite enjoy it. Yeah. Looking forward to this. Seeing how it stacks up against the Cobra.
He's not. In the warm-up, he was not hitting it well, so...
I should have just said no, shouldn't I? Which is the honest truth. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
For the audience, man, if you hit lots of bad ones, it's good. We're going to test the whole face, you know. You're having a bit of an off-swing day. It's good for them to see. Nice.
For once, it's better when the cameras come on.
There you go. Yeah.
I told you we'd be all right, didn't I?
Confidence, I like it. Again, a fraction in that high heel, but not bad at all. Better delivery. I think the quad's just misreading, if I'm brutally honest, because, we got face to target, not face to path. That's why. So that makes more sense. Face to path, slightly closed. Right, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it didn't look that wild, did it?
No, so... 4 close to the path, but that would have gone off the planet, but yeah. Okay. Nice.
Kind of like my fade, isn't it?
It got killed with a little bit of the run out there because it just clipped that little bit of rough. But yeah, again, striking it sort of nice and central. You do, you know, we know you tend to have a little bit of a high strike pattern, if anything, don't you? So, but dotting around the middle quite nicely. Good little fade delivery there. Fractionally open relative to the path. We know these are going to spin, launch and spin too much for Tom. We're using 10.5 only because Cobra don't send us a Max-K 9-degree head in the stock demo pack. I have ordered one. It's come in for like demos for fits when people come see me, but we don't get that until the driver actually launches, and kind of just wanted to do this. And the only way of it being a fair comparison is just hitting them both at 10.5. So it is going to launch and spin a bit too much. We would go to the 9 if we had it. You know, it sounded solid.
Yeah, that felt good.
I mean, that little pull draw for you, anyone typically that gets a bit left, you know, that little pull draw, starting left drawing is quite a strong shot. But again, striking it really consistent, which is great. So launch and spin comes down. I mean, when you hit that, like I say, that little pull draw, where it starts left and draws, so it does end up 35 yards left to target, but that does give you much better numbers with this driver. 13.5 launch, 2.5 backspin. That's much more acceptable, isn't it? 260 yards. That's a lot better. Necky?
No, strike felt all right. Just think face was a little open. No, it was a bit necky.
How can you say that? I mean, what's that actually ended up offline, off from the centre line? What, 18 yards, something like that? 15 yards.
A little low neck.
Again, these are good ones to see, right? Like bit low necky. Efficiency was still really, that's one thing that's really good with Pings. They're so efficient on even on miss hits, like low heel, toe. I mean, 143 efficiency. That's really good on a little bit of a miss hit. And yeah, it's 14 yards offline. It's fine. That was nice. We'll take that one, mate. Getting good, maybe living fractionally heel side, aren't we? But not awful. Good delivery. See what I mean? It's weird how that strike was 143 efficiency, and now that strike was 1.4 efficiency. Like, surely you would think that that strike's better than that strike, and you're going to get more efficiency from that, but you didn't. Sounded a bit higher on the face.
It was, yeah. That's more my high toe.
It's a great result again, though, isn't it? Held its line, read decent distance. Again, it's basically the same shot as the last one almost. 249. It's like 20 yards down that left side. Again, it's done a very similar thing. High toe. So we've seen a low heel, we've seen a high toe. Both have actually been fairly decent. The results have been pretty good. Again, efficiency a little bit lower. We expect lower efficiency from a higher strike. So 1.39. But yeah, 250. It's a good result. I think what I'm going to do, which I'm not expecting, is I'm actually going to give you the Max-K now straight away, and we'll keep flipping in and out a little bit, because if you just hit 20 with that and then 20 with this, I almost like to give you
maybe a bit tired, yeah, so it's good to switch it over now, right?
Yeah, because you hit a few good ones with that, a couple of ropey ones. So this now setup wise, obviously the Max-K 10.5 degrees set at 10.5, so both of these are at just standard 10.5. Shaft wise, we've got the Project X Denali red 50 gram 6.0, so 50 grams stiff. Again, probably a little bit firmer in fairness than the Alt CB and less counterbalanced, but it doesn't need to be as counterbalanced because the Cobra head weight isn't as heavy as the Ping. So at the same length, that is still swing weighting exactly the same at D2. So a very comparable setup. So what's the initial feel, look?
Yeah, so I definitely prefer the look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think down by the ball, I've got to be honest, I think Cobra have smashed it with this whole lineup, really. I just think it looks amazing. I think it looks really nice. I love the shape. Not too triangular, like maybe the dark speed was for my eye. Just think it looks really good.
Yes, I agree. I think that one, I haven't actually properly looked at that one. I'm assuming it's a bit more front to back longer, probably similar to the Ping though. The Ping's massive front to back, isn't it? Does it look as big as the Ping front to back or not as big?
No, it doesn't. It looks, I'll be honest with you, it kind of reminds me a little bit of like a Titleist TS3 shaping.
Okay.
Randomly. Yeah. It's kind of quite rounded at the back, I find.
Okay.
And it looks quite squat. Like, I don't think that looks like a big head.
So it looks smaller than the Ping front to back?
Yeah, can I just compare both? Because actually, it's quite hard to...
Yeah, we'll give you guys a little shot down by the ball while he's doing this.
Yeah, and now I've got them next to each other. It does look a little bit longer front to back, but I don't know if it's just because...
the Ping looks longer front
no,
to
the
back?
Cobra looks longer front to back when they're
Okay.
down, yeah, when they're down next to each other, which I didn't expect.
Similar,
I think,
or?
well, similar, but I think this looks better when there's nothing next to it.
The Cobra,
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Cobra looks a lot better when there's nothing next to it. As soon as I put that down, it does look a little bit more elongated front to back. I mean, they're both nice looking drivers. I just prefer the Cobra.
Both matte, aren't they, I suppose? But it's funny you say it, because it's the same with irons, right? Because we did that a minute ago with the new Forge Tech. You went, oh, that looks like really big, and then so much bigger than the Ping, and then you put the Ping next to it and you go, hang on, all of a sudden, things become a lot more similar when you start actually comparing them down by the ball. But yeah, I mean, it's they're both nice looking drivers, but that Cobra with the sort of matte sort of carbon on top does it really, really smart. Nice, sounded a fraction high on the face maybe, but wow. Slightly longer. Yeah, again, that high heel, not too dissimilar. We had some very comparable strikes to that with the Ping, didn't we? Again, good delivery. 140 efficiency, probably fairly similar. 2.3, I think the spin there is just a little bit lower to be honest. 2.369, maybe that's where we got a couple of extra yards out of it, just slightly lower spin. Yeah, good swing, mate.
Little necky, I think.
It was a bit heely, was it?
Yeah, a little in the neck. Done well, though.
Very well. Again, good delivery. Yes, living slightly in the neck. Again, exactly the same as with the Ping. Slightly in that neck. 2.5 spin. I think it's looking like almost that head's just a touch lower spin, maybe, than the Ping.
Yeah, especially out of the heel side. I'm quite surprised to see the spin numbers down at that low. So it's managing that kind of heel strike very well, isn't it?
100%. Yeah, really, really well.
I like that.
Necky again?
Yeah, necky, yeah.
Again, it's done well though, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. I think those neck strikes are just more me than anything. Like in the warm-up, I was hitting a lot of necky ones, so I think I've maybe just got...
Wow. I actually didn't expect it to be that bad. That's really bad. But nearly off the face bad.
Yeah.
It ended up 240 yards, 12 yards offline. Okay, that is impressive.
So I just want to say that you did tell me to sort of like hit it all over the face. That's the only reason I'm doing that.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Nothing to do with
what I thought.
No bad swings to see here. All right.
But there's no way Tom's actually this rubbish in real life. You know, he must be trying to hit it all over the face. Oh, that was a little bit high, wasn't it?
That's high toe,
Definitely testing the full face, mate. Again, what a result, though.
I know. I mean, obviously, I'm trying to test these max forgiveness drivers out, and that is ridiculous. How like
again high toe.
You can go from that strike to the low neck strike, and actually, if you think I'm playing this golf hole, I've basically almost ended up with a similar result, really.
Well, I mean, even though I missed striking, look at those 4 drives.
No, that's what I mean.
I mean,
it's like they can't be any further apart in terms of strike, and they've
the results very similar.
Yeah.
I mean, that low neck one carried 218. That one carried 223. One was 12 yards left. One was 8 yards left. I mean, that's pretty remarkable, isn't it? This one I'm showing you guys now is the Ping, the one we hit earlier with the Ping high toe. 139 efficiency, 224 carry. It was maybe a bit further left, in fairness, 20 yards left. That might influence the numbers a little bit. But 224 carry, what was that one there? It was 223 carry. I mean, wow, that's close, isn't it? Again, very comparable. Maybe not as far left, so it might have gone a couple of extra yards with the Cobra if it had gone as far left as with the Ping, but the same carry, same efficiency, which is impressive. Bit better?
Yeah, bit heely.
Again, good result.
It's a good day to do this test because I really,
bit necky.
Really not sure that I'm putting my best driver swings on these. It's kind of what these drivers are for, isn't it? They're supposed to help you a lot.
100%.
For miss hits. I'm not dotting strike at all.
Yeah, absolutely. Very stable. But what I might do, actually, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to give you back the Ping.
Cool.
See if this is necky or not.
Yeah.
That sounded good.
Little neck side, but that felt actually quite a good strike.
Well, again, it'd be a very interesting comparison because even the last one with the Cobra was very similar to that, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was probably fractionally better because I think that would have almost been the last one with the Cobra there, and that's very, very similar. 1 degree open face compared to this was the last one with the Cobra, so slightly more in the neck and a square face. Was that 225 carry, 247 total? And then that one with the Ping there, 223 carry, 245 total. I mean, remarkably similar, aren't they? But again, that could be one of the biggest compliments ever because that 430 is a phenomenal driver. And like, if that can keep up with it, I mean, that's one of the ultimate compliments, right? If it's as good across the face, it's as good out the middle, like, Cobra have done an amazing job. Yeah, nice, mate.
Good.
Must have been a better strike. Still living fraction in that heel side, a little bit lower, but great efficiency. 230 carry. You know, I haven't really been paying that much attention to our best one so far. Because yeah, we had a 230 carry with the Cobra, and then we have had a 234 carry, but to be fair, that was 42 yards left, and a 236 at 35 yards left. So I feel like we probably hit a couple better with the 430, and we've turned them over. Probably not the fairest of comparisons. That one there was only 11 yards offline and was a better, sort of more comparable strike. So 230. Yeah, so I don't feel like it's going to be loads in it. And considering we were struggling with the Cobra quite a lot in terms of strike, and we're striking that better, I still think it's only about 3 yards in them on average, which is pretty good.
It's pretty good. I think the Cobra just did really well on those really wonky strikes because the spin stayed down, even though it was low neck. That made them perform better, right?
Yeah. All right. Just putting a regular in here for you, mate. You clearly ain't got the speed for a stiff today.
Not sure what happened to my 101 clubhead speed. Too many mince pies already. That was quite a heely one.
Yeah. It looks.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it would be interesting. Like I say, we had a couple like that with the Cobra, didn't we? Yeah, okay, not low heel, but it was heel. Definitely went out in that heel. 213 carry. Was the worst necky one we hit with the. We had a 26 mil heel with the Cobra, and that was 24 mil heel. So, actually, to be fair, we had a very comparable one. That was with the Cobra. That one there, way out in the heel. 216 carry, well out in the heel. That one there with the Ping was 213 carry well out in the heel. Very, very comparable, to be fair. It just, again, the more that you hit, the miss hits, the heels, the toes, out of the middle, the more you just think these drivers are performing incredibly similarly. Now that you've hit a few more with the Cobra a few more with the Ping where you haven't quite caught them, those averages now are like unbelievably close. 224 carry to 223 carry, 2800 spin, 2800 spin, 15.2 launch, 15.4 launch. I mean, that's, I mean, like the test we did last, I mean, it's not come out yet, but the Blade 5 iron versus Game Improvement 7 iron, we were seeing similar things, right? Like loft and loft. Similar loft, similar head design, does a very, very similar thing. And there was 2 in there that we pulled with the Ping, which obviously creates more distance, which we haven't hit any of those like that with the Cobra, in fairness. So if I actually knocked those 2 out, which was that one and that one, that dispersion will now be more comparable. Yeah, the dispersion would be super comparable now, left to right, even front to back. If we look at that now, I mean, yeah, Cobra 200 revs lower spin, which kind of maybe we're seeing the Cobra be a fraction lower spin, 1 yard in it, same ball speed, same launch, front to back. I mean, that's just, yeah, same club.
It seems it, doesn't it? We're just testing me, aren't we? Again, like we said in that Blade versus Game Improvement iron.
Again,
yeah.
Like I said, though, it's a big compliment to this if it's the same as that, because that's an incredible driver. Like,
yes,
one of the best out. So if this is the same, Cobra's done an amazing job.
It's cool.
Right, let's see how that 5.5 feels.
Okay.
And to be fair, like I said, Denali Red, it's not the stiffest stiff shaft out there, but being a Project X, the taper rate, the handle section's quite stout, quite firm. So that in a 5.5 versus the Alta CB in a stiff probably is maybe even a closer comparison, in all honesty. So it'd be interesting to see if that's a little bit easier work for you. Is that feeling different in the hand? That, well, effectively regular versus stiff?
Honestly, I can't really tell much difference now. Let me swing a couple.
Okay.
But the waggle test, not really.
Necky?
Yeah, necky, but that's done so well for that strike.
Again, even the ball flight looked a bit more forward.
Did.
Yeah. At least it's a fair test of everything. Everything's slipping out the neck today, mate.
I basically I've almost hit that in the shaft, to be completely honest. That's how bad that felt.
Yeah.
But
yes. I mean, it always feels 10 times worse than that. When I'm hitting shots, I go, oh, that was well, Healy, and it comes up like there.
No,
and people go, what are you on about? You
that felt like it was there.
Yeah.
Like high heel's not a nice place to hit it either, like feel-wise, is it? It feels quite
I don't know
dead.
if Cobra almost does slightly better on those shots than the Ping. Like, I know it's very close, but 245 or 218 carry. I've got a couple of extra yards roll out because of the path there, but it does really well. Closer, maybe?
It is, yeah. Still high in the neck, but
yeah,
it's doing so well for those strikes.
Doing really well, isn't it?
Mm.
Really well. Yeah. Same thing, like high in that neck, 1.4 efficiency. I mean, that's exactly, the 1.4 efficiency was exactly the same as the efficiency we were seeing from the Ping from that strike. Exactly the same. I mean, that one there was with the Ping earlier. Again, 11 mil heel, 4 mil high, 15 launch, 2.9 backspin, 225 carry. I don't think that's particularly different to that one we just saw there, is it? If we have a look, 13 mil heel, 5 mil high, 1.4 efficiency, 226 carry, 15.5 launch, 2.8 backspin. I mean, these are basically just the same heads, aren't they? Right, they are the same heads. How was that one?
Felt better, but it's still Healy, but it did feel a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best one so far. It's 260 straight. That's really good, that. Okay, that's better. Fractionally low heel, but better. 144 efficiency, that's great. 13 launch, 2.7 backspin, 235 carry. Yeah, I mean, I think considering we've not been hitting the Cobra as well, it's been doing unbelievably well in it. Bit high?
A little high. High, but centre.
Yeah, again. Interesting. So if we remember the very first 4 shots we hit with that first time around with the stiff shaft. I mean, we know that shafts aren't really going to make that much difference, but I mean, they're basically exactly the same. 2 slightly longer, 2 slightly shorter, slightly down that left side, but the dispersion's fantastic. Just straight. It just seems like you can hit that very straight, and even on the misses, it's going very straight. because none of them have been particularly amazing strikes, you know, but the results have been great. They're in play.
That strike pattern looks like someone who's searching, doesn't it, a little bit?
Trying to find strike, yeah. But even that, right? I mean, those first 4 shots, if we now add that in, I mean, I know it's only 4 shots, so the dispersion, again, is very, very good, like we just mentioned. But ball speed, the same. Launch, the same. Spin, the same. Carry, the same. It's the same.
And the funny thing is that's with hitting it all over the face.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not hitting it like in one space on all those driver steps. I'm literally hitting it everywhere, and the averages are just...
Yeah.
That's the one I should have done when we said we were going to leave it. That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, struck nicely.
Tell you what, you've hit 2 that landed in that very, very tiniest bit of rough that you could ever imagine. Yeah, good. Closest one probably to the middle so far, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
But interesting that that strike there that was more low and more heely actually flew about 5 yards further. That's so moral of the story, don't hit it in the middle, hit it low heel. But again, it's good. 2 9 spins. A bit low.
Yeah, a little necky one, but
unbelievably full.
Again,
there,
it
isn't
worked.
it? I mean, considering that you just hit that last one pretty well, that was not that far off it. Not a million miles away, but that would have felt a lot worse than that, wouldn't it?
It did. It felt really necky.
Yeah. And again, 143 efficiency, good. 226 carry, pretty solid. It's impressive. I must say, it's really, really impressive. Again, same thing though, still 14.5 launch, 27 spin, 136, good. Right. So we've tested the absolute crap out of the heel, mate. I'm going to challenge you now. I want you to try and really hit some bad toe strikes for me.
That was missing out the face toe, but it's a great result.
Well, again, that's... I'd be interested to see that strike because that's done amazingly well.
That was a lot out the toe looking at quad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is actually crazy now. Now I'm dumbfounded.
that's I mean, to be honest, the toe is a lot better than the heel, but you know, because we know your toe strikes are about 4 mil toe, and I've been trying to get you to hit one out there to see what it does. That's impressive. In 230 carry, that's basically the same as what it was at the middle. Numbers have actually gotten better. 14 launch, 2-2 backspin. Again, 1-4 efficiency is very solid for a strike that's that far out in the toe. That's like a 10 out of 10, that performance from that strike. Is that just middled or no toe? That can't be. I mean, that's like the best shot of the day. Yeah, okay. Like not terrible toe, but toe. Fractionally toe. Again, great numbers. Like really good efficiency. That's just as good as out the middle, isn't it? And I know it doesn't look terrible on that sort of picture, but that would have felt pretty toe, I assume.
Felt really toe. And I almost felt like that sort of like right start line gear effect again.
Kicked open a bit.
Yeah, kicked open.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe it's that resistance to twisting with that 10K technology, right? That's what it's there to do. It's like, it's amazing how it's kind of managing that.
I mean, I always, you know, I'm not the most kind of tech-loving person. I think a lot of it is marketing, but certainly with the Ping, you could almost feel that like solidness across the face. And again, I haven't hit that yet, but I'm assuming it seems fairly similar.
I'm super impressed with how badly I've swung it and how badly I've struck it on purpose. Just how well that's doing.
See if we can get one more really bad toe with that, and then we'll try and do that with the Ping as well. It's a nice flight. Does that feel toey?
Slightly low toe, that one.
Low toe, okay. Again, great result. Yeah, low in that toe. Not terrible toe, but again, toe and low. 3K, again, that's only come up. We know it's around 2.8 out the middle. That's only come up 200 revs from that low strike, which is really good. Another thing that the Ping was fantastic at, those low strikes, it didn't really spin up. So that's great to see. Again, very, very good retention, great efficiency. And yeah, really good result. Yeah. I mean, it's impressive.
That was really toey.
It sounded good though. I mean, was it that toey?
It's low toe. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty toey.
Interesting. I mean, it sounds solid if it was. Yeah. Yeah, low in that toe, not the best strike. Again, it's still 2.7 spin. Okay, you closed the face a little bit on that one, so we'd expect maybe that to influence spin to a certain degree, but 146 efficiency, that's max. That's probably the best ball speed of the day from that. Again, 230 carry, 25 yards offline. I mean, that's, yeah. Overall, from everything I've seen with that Cobra driver today, super, super impressed with it. I mean, that's toey.
Really toey. Very low, very toe.
Okay, interesting. Again, like this, it's almost the benchmark, this driver though. Like we know, I've done multiple tests with this. Yeah, again, very, very, very low and out. It's, if anything, fractionally worse than a couple we had with the Cobra, in fairness.
High toe.
Yeah. It's interesting to see, is that gear effect, or did you just close the face? I would say maybe you must have just closed the face a little bit to make it go left. Yeah, again. So yes, high toe, you know, again, efficiency somewhat what we'd expect. Again, I don't really think we can blame the driver for it going left. That's just you closing the face. How was that? Toe ball?
Straight face and toey.
Great ball flight. You just need to like hit wow. I mean, again, whenever we've done tests like this with like really, really good players who are hitting it miles out the heel, miles out the toe, I mean, it's so noticeable how different the toe is to the heel. Like you hitting it there is so much better than even you hitting it like 4 mil heel.
It is, yeah.
Like the toe's so much more stable. Again, 146 efficiency, 233 carry. That one was probably more comparable to that one with the Cobra, wasn't it? But again, that one wasn't quite as, actually I think it was 14 mil toe. That's actually very comparable. That was 13 mil toe, that one. Earlier we hit it 14 mil toe, I think, with the, is it that one? The Cobra? Yeah, so it was slightly lower with the Cobra, but 14 mil toe, 146 efficiency, 229 carry. And then that one was, again, saying 146 efficiency, 233 carry. I mean, that was probably a fractionally better strike.
Yeah.
Again, like, it's just, you can't say that there's much in it on the misses, is there? It's a good ball flight.
It's definitely toe again.
Yeah, you just hit it further out the toe than your normal shots, mate. This needs to be your new strike, I think. Yeah, again, it's doing really well in that low toe. Really, really well. 144 efficiency. So it's almost like for that strike, you're basically losing no ball speed compared to out the middle, like a fraction. You're talking. Again, 2.7 spin. If anything, the spin's probably come down because of that strike, maybe because we squared the face off a little bit as well. But still the same carry, same result, 228. Yeah, we know that Ping is so good on miss hits, to be fair. It was more a test of, can the Cobra keep up? I think, to be honest, I mean, wow, you tell me what you think. Do you think it's as good on the miss hits, the Cobra?
Yeah, so I was certainly impressed with it on the toe strikes. And I would say the differential between heel and toe on the Cobra was like really impressive. Like the fact I could hit one like really high toe and then really low heel and, you know, look up and see the same ball flight on the golf course. Okay, you know, numbers might say one thing, but if I'm on the golf course and both of them have gone down the fairway,
yeah,
like that's what real golf is.
100%.
And I wouldn't have been able to tell the difference probably out on course, which is amazing when you think about it. It's amazing. Yeah. It just lets me get away with a poor swing, you know.
Which one, if you were going to go play now, which one would you take?
I would take the Ping.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was a pretty quick decision, and I think more so because I feel it sounds a little bit better to me. It feels a little bit better, just generally, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, I could take either, let's be honest.
Yeah.
The data says I could take either.
Yeah.
You know, I might take that out, have a good round and stick with it. I might take it out of a bad round, try that, love it.
Yeah.
Keep it. I just think I could play either.
Yeah, they are unbelievably close, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like in terms of performance on good ones, on bad ones, there really is nothing in it. I think you do just feel a bit more comfortable, I think, with that. I think there's something intangible about it, which will be the balance of it, you know, just how it looks, how it feels, gives you that little bit more confidence. And I think you're just a little bit more comfortable with that. So I would probably be telling you to do the same. If we were in a fit, I'd say probably edge it to the Ping, purely based on those sort of intangibles almost, which is the way you feel with it. But performance-wise, being objective, I don't think there's much between them at all. Yeah, that's the 4 most toey shots with both so far that we've hit. So you see there,
yeah,
we probably did get a little bit. It was probably fractionally worse, maybe a little bit more toe side with the 10K, but actually very comparable, isn't it? I mean, there it's actually still saying that we got a tiny bit more efficiency out of the Ping than the Cobra. So the fact that when we flick back to ball data, we were getting a little bit more ball speed out of the Cobra, that's only coming from the fact that you were swinging it slightly faster. The actual efficiency retention, so the ball speed retention was very, very much the same, to be honest, which is interesting to see. Even your delivery there, path 3.3, attack 2.3, 2.8, face 3.8, 4.2. Dynamic loft 1 degree in it. Very, very comparable strikes and deliveries. And we got, what, 6 yards more carry out the Cobra, fraction more ball speed, but a little bit more efficiency out the Ping. I mean, yeah, I just think it's unbelievably close, isn't it? And we could probably, I'll do this with heel as well, actually. So, I mean, you've got plenty of heel strikes today. So all I've done is kind of deselected all of the toe and good ones and just left the heel ones in. So we've got a comparable data set. There you can see top right, the strike. If anything, fractionally more heel. I think it was 1 millimeter more heel and 2 millimeters lower with the Cobra on average. So fractionally worse heel strike with the Cobra, in all honesty. Again, you see the efficiency there, identical. So again, it's doing as well efficiency-wise, ball speed retention-wise, and we saw even on the misses how straight that they were going as well. So it's holding its line, they're going straight for you, it's matching the ball speed retention of the Ping. Again, great job delivery there, mate. Like those ones attack the same part. I mean, they're all within half a degree, face, path, and attack and strike. So very comparable data set there. Very fair comparison, which we love. Again, swing speed fractionally quicker with the Cobra than with the Ping. So if we flick onto ball flight there, again, we see a little bit more ball speed coming from the Cobra than the Ping, which is purely, again, that little bit of extra swing speed. You were right. I mean, the fact that the strike was a fraction lower in the head with the Cobra probably brought that launch down a fraction, but we were seeing a little bit more of a forward flight with the Cobra from those strikes. So the launch was a fraction lower, spin a fraction lower, but realistically, the result, I mean, it's the same carry, isn't it? Like, there's not much there at all on that. I mean, I actually just think, really, from that whole test, watching you hit him across the face, heel, toe, out the middle, I don't think I could tell there was a different head, really. I really don't.
Yeah, and if I hit another, 50, 100 shots, I think that could easily flip-flop round, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
If you look at the standard deviations, they're sort of overlapping slightly. So, yeah, it's so close.
Very close.
So close.
Like, that's just a massive, like I said, that's a massive, massive win, I think, for Cobra. Because Ping are renowned as being some of the best drivers out there. That 10K is one of the best drivers they've ever made. So for us to get to hit these back-to-back, out the middle, out the heel, out the toe, and say they're basically the same head, that's a huge win for Cobra, I think, in my honest opinion. But let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Always really good to hear your thoughts. Anything else you want to add from being the tester?
No, not really. Just like, comment, subscribe. We do really appreciate it. And yeah, that was just another really fun video. So yeah, keep letting us know if you want to see more stuff like this. Yeah. If you want to see some different stuff, then that'd be cool as well. So just keep us posted in the comments.
Absolutely. Yeah, another good one in the books. More to come. Really good stuff to come. Like I said, we're going to do the most forgiving versus least forgiving drivers, which is going to be a fascinating one. I still want to do my one length one. I think like building a one-length set of clubs with multiple different heads will be fascinating. Still want to do Tacoma one as well. I don't know. We've got loads coming. Please subscribe. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.